Howdy there, folks. I'm no longer in the land of the giants of Texas, but do not fret, I believe I'm going back very, very soon. Going back today and wading this little creek. At best, we're gonna catch a 5-pound largemouth. At worst, we're gonna get skunked and be cold, but we're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna stay warm, we're gonna catch fish. Now, whoa, how are there bugs? It's February. Now, before we get into today's video, I wanted to share with you guys and unbox the MTB Pro for February of this year. Let's see. Well, at first glance, I can see I'm gonna be doing a slam very soon, but at first glance, these are not gonna be baits that are gonna help me catch creek bass feeding on little bitty lures. First off, we have a Slim Shad D9 by Lucky Craft. This guy's gonna retail for $15.99. Looks just like a regular little flat-sided, deeper diving crankbait. What does it dive to? I don't know. We got her in Pearl Threadfin Shad, and I don't know how deep this dives. Second is a Bomber Fat-Free Shad square-lipped crankbait. This one does tell me. This one goes 6 to 10 foot. It's got that square lip. It's gonna deflect off wood very, very well. And it retails for $6.99. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I've never seen this lure before, but it looks very interesting, and I'm probably gonna try it here soon. It's called a Hatch Spin from Lunker Hunt. It's an ounce. It's got like a little minnow body and a blade on the back of it, and it retails for $7 or $6.99. Next, we have a straight wild worm from the Wild Thang series. Gotta add the thang in there when you're saying that. Act like you're from the South. I'm probably butchering it because I'm very clearly not Southern, but that's neither here nor there. Again, this is a straight wild worm, 8.5 inch, black and blue. It's got, oh wow, okay, yeah. It's got a very big, like, I don't even know what to call that, but when this lure swims, it's gonna give a lot of action. Jack, would you eat this? No?
I'm not a cheap date.
You're not a cheap date. Next, the Swagger Worm from Buddha Baits. This guy again, just a little green pumpkin. This one looks to be probably 7 inches. Oh, it's got like a little niche in the bottom of it. This is just gonna be like, this is like those cutter worms. You swim it and the tail just like ever so slightly vibrates there. And it retails for $5.50. Hey! Hey! Here, throw me one, I'll catch it. Oh, dude. You gotta get some more arc on it. You can't be sending these fastballs.
These are half ones, they're hard to see.
Got it. And last we got 2 5-aught hooks by Mustad, and these are gonna go for $2 for the 2 hooks. And that is what is in this month's February mystery tackle box. Now that we have covered that, let's do some bass fishing. Oh, that peanut was on the ground. All right, guys, so we have snuck our way down to the creek pond. I'm hoping the big bass, big girls are still stacked on that magic stick. Last time I did really well with a little Senko, and obviously that's just a craw imitator, so I'm switching it up and I'm gonna start with this tiny little Zoom Speed Craw. Just something little finesse. Water's really cold, obviously still like maybe 40, 42, so those legs are not really gonna move much at all. I'm not looking for something much action, just something very subtle. First cast of the tree. If they're stacked in that hole, I should get a bite on the first cast. So this cast should be very telling. Got one. Yep, they're still there. Jack, they're still there. Oh, it's a big old bass. Oh, they're still there. These creek bass do not move all winter long from these wintering holes. It ain't no Texas giant, but I'll take them. Just a nice little 2-pounder. Look at those crushers though. They are feeding on craws. Beautiful little bass. Sweet. They are still here. Jack, there's no fish over here. Go to that side. Again, guys, on little creeks, ponds, stuff like that, off the creeks, if you can find where they winter, they're gonna be there all winter long. And the thing with these creek fish, it makes them different from lake fish. They're not nearly as affected by the cold. They will still bite in the winter time. Oh, missed them. So much rock and brush down here. It's so important to keep that hook buried so you don't snag and ruin the laydown in the spot. Speaking of which, let me check. Oh, yep. See, I'm all screwed up. Jack, you gotta drag a crawfish bait. I don't know if you're gonna get bit doing that. Oh, you got one?
Yeah.
Oh, making me eat my words.
Oh, I thought that was
Low one? All right, well, I can already see a big problem concerning durability of these soft plastics, so I'm just gonna switch to what killed them the last time and use a Senko. Put this one in my pocket. Because this one is not gonna get torn up after every fish and really accomplishes the same thing. It's just that little motionless crawd messing around on the bottom. There we go. One had it forever. Little baby. I didn't feel the bite on this guy. I just saw my line kind of running. This tiny little 3-inch Senko will catch them all shapes and sizes. We don't discriminate over here on my channel. I love catching those big Texas bass, but wintertime in Ohio, I'll take this guy. And how are you bleeding? Jack, would a saw guy hit this really hard and drop it immediately? Oh, we're the masters of the dink bass today. Welcome back to Ohio. Last time I fished here, every fish we caught was like 16 to 18, 19 inches long. Now it's Dink City right now. Got him. Come on out of there. Here's a little bit of a nicer one. Oh, he's around the stick. Come on. Oh, yeah, that's a nice one. That's what we're after. No dinks. There we go. Nice little Ohio piggy. She's no giant Texas bass, but she will do. Look at that. Chunky pre-spawn winter bass, or river bass too. Like, these are largemouth. Their mouths are tiny compared to their big bulky bodies. Sweet. See, this is why I'm choosing the Senkos over the craws, even though they're kind of imitating the same thing. But two advantages this Senko has. One, it's not getting freaking torn up at every fish. And two, I know I talked in the beginning how I was using that speed craw because it didn't have a lot of action in the claws. Not much action on a 3-inch stick bait that's also kind of crooked and shouldn't be crooked. But yeah, that's why I like the Senko early on, because it's got no action. And it just looks like a tiny little craw scooting along the bottom. The bite has very much slowed down on this little Senko. I'm fishing a small hole. Haven't had a bite in 10 minutes, so I'm gonna switch it up. See what else I got. If you're on a school fish and they stop picking up what you're putting down, so to speak, switch colors, switch size, switch lure, switch something. Because there's like almost always gonna be something that they're gonna be biting. You just gotta switch it up on them. And wow, I'm really glad I bought a wide assortment of different colors. I brought green pumpkin with black flake, and green pumpkin with red flake. So I'm really diversifying here. That was a smart move by me. But I'm gonna throw the most different, what I started with, this little craw. And the only way I'm rigging this, if you guys were curious, is I'm just taking, this is a 3-aught EWG. Little 1/4 ounce bullet weight. Bringing it up through the head. And then bringing that hook through, and since I'm fishing a lot of rock and wood, don't want to get snagged and ruin the hole. I'm going up, and I'm burying that hook point so it's snag free. Wow, that looks so much better than the dumpy little Senko, but dumpy little Senko catches them. That is so heavy. Oh, there we go. I switched up. Oh, that's a heavy one. I switched up in first cast. God, he's running at me so fast. Perfect example, guys. I was fishing that hole for so long. Nothing. Switched up. And now we got a big old largie. Large Marge. Oh, this is a big creek brute. That's a 4. God, they're just so thick in here. Perfect example. When you're on a school fish, they turn off to one lure, switch it up. I don't even have to switch the color. These fish can often see a lot better than you think. It's a beautiful, like 18, 19 inch Midwestern largie. Look at how red those crushers are. Chewing on craws, nice and fat, healthy bass. There's one. All right. Oh, there's a saucy one. There's a nice one. Oh, salsa bass. God, he's pulling so hard for not being all that big. Huh? Oh, it's a bass. Another, oh, this is a big one. Another beautiful, like 3.5 pounder. There's just a stupid amount of 3 to 4 pound bass in here. I don't think for like being a Midwestern river fish, it's hard for them to get all that much bigger. It's really special to be able to catch fish like this all winter long. So if you got a good winter spot, cherish it. Cherish it like I know I do. Get on, girl. There she goes. I'm gonna go fish where that river comes in, and then you want to bounce? Because you were looking to get out of here soon, right? You were looking to leave soon, right? Because you have at least a half-hour paddle.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That's not a 5.
It's not. It's thick though.
I don't even know if that's a 4.
That's a 4. I don't know. Maybe that's a 3. It's a 3.
More like it. But hey, it's a solid bass there, youngin. Yeah, that's a
certified 3.
camera stuffing for Josh and make him look huge. Perfect.
Close.
All right, guys, let's end the day here in a little log side chat. Well, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Texas has spoiled me. Those big largemouth in Texas really spoiled me, and I have water on my lens. Well, they're tiny, so we're just gonna leave them on there for this little bit. Yeah, Texas has spoiled me. I'm really blessed to be able to come out and catch largemouth in the wintertime in the Midwest like I am here just in southwestern Ohio. However, flights are cheap, so luckily I have the opportunity to do this, and I'm going right back to Texas tomorrow. I'm gonna be fishing Wednesday, Thursday. And the goal again, just like it was last time, catch my new PB, but also want to catch a double digit. That's a lofty goal, but it's possible. I'm fishing with Bryce again, so it is a possible goal. See, it's a little colder here than it was in Texas, 85 and sunny. Now it's 35 and a little cold. Either way, no matter the temperature, it is fun to set the hook on some. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for coming along for the adventure.